What is meditation? Drawing from the profound wisdom of Swami Vivekananda, one of the world's most revered spiritual teachers, we explore this timeless practice. According to Swami Vivekananda, meditation is the power that enables us to resist the constant pull of nature. It's the ability to say no to distractions, to maintain control when the world tries to sweep us away with its beauty, its tragedy, or its chaos. When nature calls to us saying, "Look, there is a beautiful thing," meditation gives us the strength to choose whether to look or not. As Vivekananda teaches, when life brings tragedy saying, "Now sit down and weep, go to the depths," meditation empowers us to respond, "I don't have to." This is true freedom, the ability to respond rather than react. Imagine having such power within yourself. Wouldn't that be freedom? That's the promise of meditation. Not an escape from life, but mastery over how you respond to it. This practice, refined over thousands of years and brilliantly articulated by Swami Vivekananda, offers a pathway to discover what we truly are beyond the constant fluctuations of mind and emotion. The restless mind. Our minds are incredibly restless. Ancient yogis compared the human mind to a monkey, naturally active and jumping from thought to thought. But not just any monkey, one that has drunk wine, been stung by a scorpion, and then possessed by a demon. This vivid metaphor perfectly captures our experience. First, the mind is naturally restless, like all monkeys. Then it becomes intoxicated with the wine of desire, increasing its turbulence. After desire takes hold comes the sting of jealousy at seeing others succeed where we have not. Finally, the demon of pride enters, making us think ourselves of all importance. This is the tremendous challenge we face. Our thoughts race uncontrollably, planning, worrying, remembering, fantasizing, creating a constant internal chatter that drowns out the deeper currents of our being. The first step in meditation is simply recognizing this condition, not judging it, but acknowledging the reality of our mental state. The mind is a lake. Picture your mind as a lake. When stones drop into it, experiences, sensations, thoughts, they create ripples across the surface. These ripples distort our vision, preventing us from seeing our true nature. The full moon reflects perfectly in a still lake, but when the water is disturbed, the reflection becomes broken and unclear. No matter how beautiful the moon, if the lake is agitated, we cannot see its true reflection. Similarly, our true self is always present, but the constant disturbance of thoughts prevents us from experiencing it directly. Meditation is the practice of calming these ripples, allowing the lake to become still so we can see our reflection clearly. It's not about forcing the mind into stillness, an impossible task, but about creating the conditions where stillness naturally emerges. The path to stillness. The journey begins by finding the right environment. Create a sacred space for your practice. Clean, adorned with flowers, perhaps with pleasant images or gentle incense. Enter this space only when you are physically and mentally clean. This space becomes charged with holy vibrations over time. Eventually, merely entering it will calm your mind. This was the original idea behind temples and churches, creating spaces filled with peaceful energy that automatically elevate those who enter. Choose the right time. Early morning and early evening offer natural states of calmness that support your practice. The transition between night and day brings a natural quieting to both the external world and your internal landscape. Make it a rule. Practice before eating. Let hunger be the force that overcomes laziness. Consistency matters more than duration. 2 short sessions daily will yield better results than occasional marathon sessions. Gradually, meditation will transform from discipline to desire, something your mind and body crave rather than resist. The first steps begin with a prayer. Let all beings be happy. Let all beings be peaceful. Let all beings be blissful. Send this wish to all directions, east, south, north, and west. This simple practice immediately shifts your focus outward, reminding you that the easiest way to find happiness is to wish it for others. Then, simply sit and observe your mind. Let it run. Where it will, like watching a wild monkey jump from branch to branch. Just observe without judgment. Don't try to stop thoughts. That's impossible at first. Instead, become the witness to your own mental processes. You'll be astonished at the thoughts that arise, memories long forgotten, fears you didn't know you harbored, desires you never acknowledged. This is normal. The thoughts were always there below the surface. Meditation simply makes them visible. Day by day, you'll notice the mind becoming calmer, its movements less violent, not because you forced it, but because you've begun the practice of awareness. The mind is like a child. The more you fight it, the more it resists. But when given the space to express itself under your watchful gaze, it gradually settles into natural harmony. Deepening the practice, as you progress, experiment with various forms of meditation. Perhaps visualize a lotus at the top of your head, with virtue at its center and knowledge as its stalk. The 8 petals represent the 8 powers of the yogi, while the stamens and pistils symbolize renunciation, reminding us that true power comes from letting go rather than accumulating. Or imagine a space within your heart where a flame burns. That flame is your soul, and within it shines the soul of your soul. This meditation connects you with the divine essence that resides in the core of your being, beyond all external identities and roles. Move through the stages of concentration, Dharana, to meditation, Dhyana, to absorption, Samadhi. In Dharana, you focus the mind upon an object, though it still wavers. In Dhyana, the meditation deepens as the mind's wavering decreases. Finally, in Samadhi, the distinction between observer and observed dissolves completely. The mind and the object become identical, opening to a direct experience of reality beyond all conceptual frameworks. The power of perseverance. Success requires tremendous perseverance and will. I will drink the ocean, says the determined soul. At my will, mountains will crumble. Cultivate this energy, this unwavering dedication. Remember the story of the 2 men who asked the sage Narada about their freedom? One had meditated so long that ants had built a mound around his body, yet he became discouraged upon hearing he needed 4 more births to attain freedom. The other man danced with joy when told he would need as many rebirths as there were leaves on a tamarind tree. His readiness to persevere earned him immediate freedom. The moral is clear. Our attitude toward the practice matters more than the external circumstances. Enthusiasm and joyful perseverance accelerate progress far more than reluctant discipline. The path may seem long, but each step brings its own reward, and the journey itself transforms us in ways we cannot imagine at the outset. The transformative power. Meditation transforms us at the deepest level. Consider the robber who supported his family through violence, only to discover they would share his wealth but not his sin. Through meditation, this highway robber became the sage Valmiki, so absorbed in his practice that ants built mounds around him without his notice. This transformation wasn't merely moral, from criminal to saint, but a fundamental shift in identity. Through meditation, he discovered his true nature beyond all labels and past actions. This is the profound power of meditation, to take us beyond our limited identities, to connect us with the ultimate reality where all separation dissolves. Every time you meditate, you give your system the deepest possible rest, more profound than even the deepest sleep. In sleep, the mind continues jumping between dreams and thoughts. But in meditation, when you forget the body completely, even for a few minutes, the brain receives a level of rest impossible through any other means. From this rest emerges renewed energy, clarity, and creativity. Problems that seemed insurmountable often resolve themselves naturally when approached from this refreshed state of mind. This is why many of history's greatest scientists, artists, and leaders maintain some form of meditative practice. They recognized its practical power to enhance all aspects of life. The science of oneness. Meditation is a science, the science of reducing the many into one. Through this practice, we dissolve everything into its ultimate reality. The solid melts into liquid, liquid into gas into ether, ether into mind, and mind dissolves into spirit. This process isn't merely symbolic, but reflects a deep understanding of reality's nature. Science itself is the process of discovering underlying unity and apparent diversity. Every scientific advance reduces complicated phenomena to simpler principles. Meditation takes this process to its logical conclusion, the realization of the fundamental oneness underlying all existence. This is not merely philosophical speculation, but a practical method of knowledge. It's how scientists make their greatest discoveries, by focusing so completely on their subject that their own identity momentarily disappears, allowing profound insights to emerge like a flash. What passes for inspiration is actually the result of intense concentration, the very essence of meditation. Conclusion: the practice of meditation offers the deepest rest possible, more profound than the deepest sleep. In those moments of true meditation, when the thinking mind stills, you experience perfect peace. This is the secret of meditation, not an escape from life, but the discovery of your limitless nature beyond all disturbance. Through dedicated practice, you develop the power to remain centered amidst life's strongest storms, to find joy in challenges, and to experience the truth that has always existed within you. Begin your journey today. Start small. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. Be patient with yourself. Remember that even the greatest yogis began as beginners. The path may be long, but every step brings its own reward of increasing peace, clarity, and freedom. In the words of the ancient tradition, the less the thought of the body, the better. For it is the body that drags us down. It is attachment, identification, which makes us miserable. That is the secret. To think that I am the spirit and not the body, and that the whole of this universe, with all its relations, with all its good and all its evil, is but as a series of paintings, scenes on a canvas, of which I am the witness. This is the ultimate freedom, to witness life without being controlled by it. This is the secret of meditation.